wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm going to go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexis.
It's on. Let's go.
Stop.
Kobe attacking, and Kobe throws it down hard.
Game time, hang time. Moving the plug of the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Nice say what I
This is Hack and Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Portland Trail Blazers.
Get hip or get stuck.
Let's do this.
Hey, guys. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on.
Fans, be sure to stick around after the game. Your page will appear on the official mascot. Fans, don't forget about our holiday giveaway day. Come to the game with your family.
Downtown skyline illuminating the night here at our broadcast location, Memphis, Tennessee. We're wearing our costume. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. Look at Portland. They're sixth best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And checking out Memphis, a game behind.
You know, right now for the Grizzlies, they've had such...
We are near... It is indeed, DA. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic is out there with Little. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Shea in at the 2. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And it's all treats day in the NBA, Chris. What was your favorite Halloween candy growing up?
The orange candies that people really don't like in the triangles. What are those called?
Oh, yeah. Those little,
I forgot what
little
those
candy
called.
corn.
The corn
candy, is that
candy.
candy
I don't know all of it. Give me anything.
Yeah.
That's why I had to go to the dentist so much. So I would eat any type of candy. Hey, as long as it's all treats day, just show me where the bowl is. I'll put my hand in, and whatever comes out, I'm eating.
And that was a big hand. And it's Lillard missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Pass to Nurkic. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, and you love this with Shea, the ability to see the whole floor and find the open man.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Valanciunas passes to Morant. Launches a 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Nice D from Brooks.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
That's tipped. Morant passes to Brooks. Valanciunas with the ball. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 14. That one goes in.
Oh, man. A sound perimeter shooter who massively improved his jump shot over the years. A testament. Anderson's work ethic.
Here's Little, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Brooks, banked in off the glass.
But well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Shea dishes to Nurkic. The rebound by Anderson. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Passes to Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Some changes for Memphis. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jackson. And George Hills subbed in for Anderson. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Paul George in for Little. Hill looking around. The pass to Holmes. From 11 feet away. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. Trailblazers trail by 3. Shea, right side. Fires for 3. Portland no good that time either. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. To the middle. Here's Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 5 now.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Outside, George drains it from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Pass to Brooks from the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Oh, man, tough shot maker with deep range. I mean, what an answer from Brooks.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. On the wing, Hill releases. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Hill's got 4 points this quarter. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team. You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade. On the floor for Portland, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Little. Then it's Shea. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Suns was outstanding. He finished with 14 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. He performed really well, and I could see his role expanding if he continues to make that kind of impact, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Bottom line, though, he's a pro. He understands his strength, and he knows how to play to them.
Bounce pass from Hill. Shot from the wing, and another basket for Memphis. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Over to the wing, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Morant. Coming off a terrific season. 6 in assists. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring. And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. 2 on the clock. Outside Leonard over Anderson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Outside Hill. He dishes it to Jackson. Shot off that time. Trailblazers trail by 18. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders got to think twice before trying Valanciunas. He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Shea outside. Here's Little.
Oh! Freakish athletically.
That's
Wow.
how you do it. I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Memphis leading by 19 points. There's Morant. 32 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Hill. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Little's got his fourth rebound in this one. And the dunk by Jay.
I'll tell you what, that was explosive. Shea saw a lane and didn't hesitate.
Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's Morant missing.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Leonard, good. And it's Jay picking up the assist. Shay's got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Morant. Points for him. Pull from the top of the key, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Memphis.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J. Dominique Jordan and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Pass to Valanciunas. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Shea.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Some changes for Memphis. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Jackson. And Wood subbed in for Anderson. Now here's Brooks, defended by Robertson. Holmes kicks to Brooks. There's the dish to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to get open is Brooks. And that one's good. Morant's got 10.
And that was all Morant. Aware of the defense, figuring out how to get to his spot. And Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Bill Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it in one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of the scene. This is what you like seeing. Brooks being aggressive and taking initiative there.
Trailblazers trail by 11. And George kicks to Robertson. And the pass to Simons. And another 3 for Portland.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Brooks, the pass to Wood. Pass to Morant. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Here's George. And the shot is long.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
And he gets the bucket. Clark's got his first 2 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad bad shot selection, as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
A different look now for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Brown. Robinson comes in for Andre Robertson. And Chase subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Now here's Che. Tight defense on him. George up top. 20 feet out. He squares up and sinks it. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Morant with a wide-open look. Nailed from three-point land. And the Grizzlies lead by 11. Now here's Che. T right on him. That's tipped. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. And here we go. Brooks with the bucket. Brooks has got 9.
What assertiveness right there from Brooks. I mean, he knows he can make this shot when given the opportunity.
Che outside. It's tipped. Robinson against Brooks. He feeds it to Morant. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Che outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Morant with it. And the foul called on Che. That's his first foul. And so here's Memphis. Here's Morant. It's off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Damian Lillard out there with Che. Then it's Little. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Robinson in at the small forward position.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from Che. Aggressive move. Doing damage.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's off to Utah for them after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound. Largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely. And let's give respect to the offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders. Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game has evolved. And so now it is better to get back in transition and trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. Brooks misses. Trailblazers trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Robinson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis's head coach had some words for the team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Now, Nurkic, pass to Jay. Feeds to Little. Dishes it to Robertson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. Good. And it's Jay picking up the assist. Jay's got 6 assists now in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The feed to Little. Stolen by Jackson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And that one is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
So good at positioning himself. I mean, Anderson excels at running the right route when the break is on.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. He took on Jordan and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, and let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in the water.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Paul George in for Damian Lillard. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Right side, Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris and Jaren Sr., a three-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. And even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew better. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. And boy, was he right. Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Memphis leading by 12. And here's Morant. And the foul called on Shea. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. .149 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Morant passes to Jackson. It's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Now here's Jay, guarded closer. Kicks to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jay. Nurkic trying to get open. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Jay. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Brooks against George. Down low. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. The free throw drops for Jackson. Both free throws good. From Jackson. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Stoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their All-Star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in.
Buries the long-range jumper. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Allen kicks to Lamb. Knocked loose. Passes it to Hill. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. And it's off the back rim. No good. From deep. Off the mark.
And defense, a big part of what Hill brings to the table. He doesn't take possessions off.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.